Spurgeon here with RevZilla TV to talk today about the Firstgear Kilimanjaro 37.5 edition jacket available at RevZilla.com. So if you are familiar with the old Kilimanjaro jacket from Firstgear, throw what you know out the window. This is going to be a brand new jacket from Firstgear, and we are going to see a ton of upgrades based on the old version. Now, first and foremost, the reason it's called the 37.5 edition is really going to be the biggest change that we've seen from the Kilimanjaro, and this is going to reference the laminate waterproof protection that we're going to see baked right into the shell. 37.5 speaks to your body's natural temperature. It wants to stay right around 37.5 degrees Celsius. And what they're going to do here is they're going to use a Kokona PTFE waterproof membrane that helps to regulate body temperature. It helps to wick sweat away, and it helps to make sure water doesn't get in. This is the first time we've seen something come close to Gore-Tex as far as breathability from a laminate with waterproof protection. Big step forward from Firstgear with this overall piece. Now, there's a lot of other changes baked in here, and we're going to hit on them as we break down the jacket. But first, when it comes to sizing, Buzzsaw on my left-hand side is going to be 6 foot, 215 pounds with a 46-inch chest. We have him in a large, and you can see it fits him perfectly. Now, keep in mind, they've gone away. They've gotten rid of the thermal shell that comes with this, or the thermal liner that comes with this, and this is now going to be an outer shell with a build-your-own base layer material, or a build-your-own base layer approach to it, and you can add different base layers underneath this. Firstgear has a whole line of 37.5 base layers that you can add to this jacket for additional warmth if you need it. Now, as far as sizes are concerned, sizes will range from small up to 4XL. There are going to be tall sizes available for certain sizes, and you're going to see two different colorways. Buzzsaw is wearing the white and the green option. There's also going to be a black and a gray for you as well. Now, as far as Firstgear is concerned, we know them because they give really beefed up quality gear for touring and adventure riders that's not going to break the bank, but there is just a huge durability factor with their stuff. It takes a beating, it keeps on going. And with the new Kilimanjaro 37.5 edition, this is going to be simply one of the nicest pieces that we've seen from Firstgear to date. And it bears a mention that even though there's some other jackets out there currently in their lineup that sit a little bit above the $400 price that we're going to see the Kilimanjaro come in, the Kilimanjaro, honestly, it's really as nice as any of those other jackets. So save your money and really take a closer look at this particular piece. Now, what you're getting here is a nice outer shell. You're going to want to layer underneath it. It's a laminated nylon construction, and compared to the old one, it has a much nicer touch to it. It just feels bulkier, or feels more comfortable. It's not quite as bulky as the old version. It's not as crunchy as the old version. It really moves nicely with you while still giving you protection in the event of a crash. You're also going to see the addition of ripstop polyester at the elbows as well as the shoulders, and like I said, the biggest addition is going to be that PTFE membrane that we're going to see laminated using that Kokona 37.5, which is going to help to wick sweat away, regulate body temperature, and it'll keep you dry even in the most aggressive rains. Now, starting at the collar, let's work our way through this because we're going to see a ton of updates that we're going to hit on based on the older Kilimanjaro. So again, with the collar on this, really nice rolled neoprene collar, 5-position adjuster on this, and as we work our way through, you're going to see that ripstop that we're talking about coming into the shoulder blades, and you're also going to have little pops of reflectivity working its way throughout the jacket to give you a really nice humanoid form on the motorcycle. Now, as we work our way through, armor in this is going to be T5 Evo D30 armor. Really nice, comfortable armor. It's definitely a premium piece for Firstgear to include with this. And the thing that Firstgear does that we're not going to see from other manufacturers, the armor is completely adjustable in the shoulders as well as the elbows. You can adjust it for height, and you can also adjust it from front to back to really fine-tune exactly where you want the armor to sit. And again, both elbows and shoulders have that adjustability baked in. Now, the other thing you're going to see on the shoulder here is with the vents on this, they've allowed for an adjuster. The older vents, they had vents on the shoulders, but they couldn't hold them open. So with this, they do give you a Velcro adjuster, and you can simply pull the vents down and let them open to help push airflow through. Now, the one nitpick I had with this was the way the Velcro is designed. You don't have a huge swath of the other side of the Velcro, so when you run out of room, you have a very limited amount of how far you can pull this down. I would have liked to have seen them just push that Velcro back a little bit to really allow me to kind of pull that vent open just a little bit more. Now when you're working your way through here, you're going to see again those pops for reflectivity continue down. And when we work our way down to the actual cuff on this, you are going to have a two-way YKK zip. So you can open it, you can get a little bit of indirect ventilation. And I say indirect ventilation because in order to give you that adjustability with the armor, there is going to be a sleeve liner in here. So you're not going to get direct ventilation with the overall venting scheme that's down on the cuff. Now you are going to have the addition of pockets on either side, little cuff pockets. Going to be great if you are using an Easy Pass to hold up and make sure that your Easy Pass does read. I'm just going to roll this over and you are going to see a Velcro adjuster at the main cuff. Now working your way up the arm, you are going to notice there is a forearm and a bicep adjuster as well, so you can really fine tune the fit for this overall jacket. Now when you're working your way down the front on this, one of the things you're going to notice, they're very sleekly done, but there are going to be waterproof pockets on either chest, and you're going to notice nice waterproof YKK zips blocking off either pocket, and then you do have that nice cover over to make sure that it's a nice sleek design. You don't even notice those pockets are there. Now as you work your way down, you are going to have waterproof hand warmer pockets as well on either side. And so I'm going to have you turn face sideways for me and throw your hand up in the rider position. We can get a better look at this. You are going to have a really nice Velcro waist adjuster. Fine tune that down for fitment. Now the other thing you're going to notice, they've eliminated the pit vents on this. So the older version did have pit vents. They've gotten rid of those and you're going to see a nice sleek line overall through there. And you do have a nice stretch material here. So you're not going to have any kind of a gusset on the back, but they used a nice stretch material to give you a good, comfortable range of motion. So whether you're using this on an ADV or a touring bike, you're going to have a lot of free range with this. Nice neutral cut to the sleeve, moving itself down there. And again, that 3/4 drop design gives you more of that ADV style. Buzzsaw, you can go ahead and face backwards for me. Now, starting with the top, working our way down. Nice tall collar to this, and there is going to be a rain hood underneath. Velcro closure, you pop that open, rain hood is going to come out, and it will give you full waterproof protection so there's not any rain pushing down the back of your neck while you're out for a ride. And you're going to see those visible lines have changed over the old version, and they're just, again, little pops of visibility, blacked out, works really nicely with the overall color scheme. And as you look at the main drop seat on this, one of the things that bears mention is that Firstgear is going to include a D30 CE Level 1 Viper back protector as standard. Again, a lot of other manufacturers, you'd have to add that in. You do have that CE Level 1 protection as a standard option. Really nice, comfortable piece when we're talking about the D30 armor. Really works to move with you and your body without being uncomfortable. So you can go ahead and face forward for me. I'm going to have you go ahead and unzip the jacket. As he's unzipping it, you're going to notice that there is going to be a rain gusset underneath there. Really going to do a nice job of covering it up. Actually, bring this back over for a second. One of the things you're going to notice, there is going to be a pocket on the outside before you even open up your jacket or before you even unzip it, so you do have that extra pocket there. And then on the inside, what you're going to notice, there's going to be D30 chest protection on either side. And let's just pull one of these out very quickly so you can see exactly what we're working with here. It's not going to have any CE rating to it, but they just give you a little bit of extra protection in the chest. Again, really working to give you as much protection as possible in an all-in-one piece. Now, as far as the inner side of this jacket is concerned, you're going to see a real nice mesh lining to this, comfortable against the skin. And one of the things that they do a really nice job, there's a big gusset down here, and you're going to be able to run your heated gear through here, keep your controller in your waterproof pocket, and then run your electronic wires out to your heated gear. So in the winter months, if you're running heated gear, they've really done a great job of thinking about all the different ways you could possibly use this jacket. There's also going to be a shock cord adjustment at the bottom, so you can fine tune this down and really make sure it sits nice and tight against your body. So you go ahead and zip that up for me. Now, with the older version of the Kilimanjaro, Firstgear had a nice jacket on their hands. With the Kilimanjaro 37.5 edition, they've really taken that jacket and just knocked it out of the park. This is a really amazing upgrade that we've seen from Firstgear. Now, there's a lot of riders out there rocking Firstgear jackets. If you want to hear more about what they have to say, click the info button. Read what other riders are digging about the Firstgear jackets they're rocking on their rides. If you have more questions for us, never hesitate, get on the phone, give us a call, 877-792-9455, or simply type us out an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Firstgear Kilimanjaro 37.5 edition. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.